dropped the bomb?
Selam Alper, hoş geldin.
Grenade out.
Maç yok ya, çok geç oldu saat kanka. Ya aleykümselam Philip, how are you bro?
Grenade.
Bro, what is this? What the fuck is this? I don't know bro. Early stream. Yeah, I know it's late guys. Bro, actually, what is this?
Weapon. Check knife. Check untested IED. Check. Let's hit it.
Aç girmeyeceğim ya bugün. Guys, today we are learning. We are learning strategies, utilities. I'm not going to play today. I'm not going to play matches. I will just show you tricks and I will make a video. Steam was down. Yeah. Aleykümselam Furkan, hoş geldin. I'm feeling better, just a little fever, but getting better every day. I'm glad to hear that, bro. Get better soon, hopefully. So the first thing I will show to you guys. I need to actually copy something from internet. Wait. Just to see the spawn position. Just to CT. Okay, so you know in CT there is like 5 different spawns, and this one is the today I'm gonna show you how you can use pointer in C++. No, thankfully we are not showing that. Guys, I saw this smoke in Dong's POV. It's not a new one, but it's pretty useful. If you have this spawn on CT side, I know I'm not CT actually. Let me fix that. It looks weird. Why is this C4 here? Oh my god. Okay, I will restart. Guys, I may repeat myself a couple of times because I will just make this a long form video after, or I will try to create shorts out of this stream. So please don't mind me saying same things over and over again. So guys, I'm going to show you how you can smoke long doors instantly when the round starts. For this, you need to be in this spawn. There's like 5 different spawns, and you need to be on the spawn that is closest to the long doors, right? And then you need to look at here in this corner before round starts, okay? And you obviously need to buy smoke as well. When the round starts, you should start moving. You should keep pressing A and S at the same time. Like basically, you go like this, right? But you shouldn't move your crosshair like mouse. Let me set pause again so I can show you. You put your crosshair, you come running like this, and then you jump throw here. As soon as you see this on your crosshair, you jump throw. And I missed it. Fuck. I will do it again.
Be careful. Let's all make it home tonight.
Guys, for the insta long door smoke, you put your crosshair here. If you have the first spawn, you put your crosshair here, and then you start moving like this, and then you jump throw about here. As soon as you get close to this, you jump throw. Oh my god, I missed it again. I will start again, guys, sorry. I will make like a clickbait introduction to the video, guys. I will make a clickbait introduction. I need a hook for the video, guys. Wait. Guys, if you want to smoke long doors like Donk does, whenever you have the first spawn that is closest to long doors, you buy your smoke, you put your crosshair here, you start moving, and then as soon as you cross this, you jump throw. As soon as you cross this, you jump throw. And then basically, this lands like this. What this means is, when you come here, it's smoked. These cannot go out. I will show it again. You put your cross here. You come here. And jump throw. As soon as you pass this point, you jump throw, guys. So the hardest part is, when you start here, you should start moving by going to the left instead of going left and behind, okay? But when you feel like you are over this edge, you should start pressing A and S. So you should keep pressing A and S like this, right? Okay, so let me show it again. You come here. This is where you put your crosshair. You don't move your crosshair, okay? You start moving. And then jump throw. As soon as you see this, you jump throw. And then I will show you. It's not gapped, bro. Bugün maç atmayacağım kanka. Eğitim videosu yapıyorum bugün. Saat geç oldu. Okay, so this is the timing. Like, imagine the round starts. You come here. If you want to retake long, it's much easier. See? Like, at most, 1 or 2 guys could be pushed, and you can just flash peek and peek this. Okay, so this is the first utility I wanted to show you today. The second one is a short retake utility. Abi arada YouTube'a da bak be sevinek. Bir şey mi yazdın, görmedim kanki ya. Mustafa. You line yourself up here, guys. And then you right click jump throw on this corner. See, you don't get blind. What was my key? You don't get blind, but almost all the positions get blind. See? This is the first position. This is the second position. This is the third position. Even from lower they get blind, bro. Unless they are like far behind. Kanka gelmedi mesaj ya. Arada olur yazmışsın. Dur bakayım, başka bir mesajın gözükmüyor. Bazen YouTube'da sıkıntı oluyor. Mesajlar gözükmüyor. Tekrar yaz, şu an gözüküyorlar. Okay, so this is for short retake, but I think the best way to do it is like spot them, or when you hear them do this, okay? And then another short flush. I'm showing self flushes, by the way, because you know I play solo queue, so you cannot rely on your teammates every time. You should rely on yourself. I found this myself. It's like left top corner of this wood, right? But you cannot be too much on the left because otherwise it will hit this wall. You need to be a bit to the right, and then basically it doesn't matter if you crouch or stand. You should aim for top left of this wood, and then you just left click. It basically pops here, and the thing with this flash is there is like more than enough time for the enemy to like look back, right? So you can look back, but the thing is, when they look back, I don't get flashed because flash pops here. So basically what I can do is I can flash and peek like this. I don't get blind, but they are like turning. So I kill them when they turn. And it also blinds all the angles. So imagine, even if you are holding this like little angle with an AWP, you still get blind. Even if you are up close like this, you still get blind. The only position that isn't blind is you. Show from enemy spawn. Yeah, I showed it already. Okay, so third and last flash I will show you. Okay, so I will show you another flash now. This flash is for taking lower control, but before doing this flash, you should make sure that you cleared left side and you clear this angle. So it's possible that you can get timed in this position, but this flash is very OP because it blinds this corner, it blinds this corner, it blinds literally everywhere. I will show you now. So you come here, you crouch, and then you put your crosshair towards the end of this little creek in the wood, right? You line yourself up here, and then you crouch jump throw. Like this. Wait. This is how you should pick it. If you pick from far back, you're gonna get blind, so we don't want that. You do this. They're both blind. So if you're staying here, this is what you see. If you're staying here, you get blind so much. If you're up here, if you're here, for example, it's not as effective as the other ones, but yeah, I mean, it's still, it blinds this as well. And even if like they are boosting here with an AWP, I think this is about the angle, right? Actually, let me put a bot here. So top one, CT. Okay, so yeah, this is the angle, and see, even this angle is blind. So it's a very powerful flash. I will show it again, the lineup. You come here, you find this little creek in the wood, the creek in the middle, right? And then you basically crouch jump throw. It blinds everywhere, bro. So let me check. I think there was another utility or something that I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, the instant door smoke on B is something like this. I miss it so often, but this time I didn't miss it. This one is not very good. Like sometimes you can fail it a bit, but still you don't have to scale to car. You can just go up here because you don't see anything from here unless you jump. Okay, so these were the utilities that I wanted to show to you. I recently discovered these utilities, and I want to talk about strategies. So I will talk about 10 strategies today. I'm going to talk about when to use them, how to use them, and how to counter them. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is, guys, let me open my notes actually. I have some notes, not to forget. Do we have any questions so far, guys? Let me know if you have any questions. I will try to answer them to my best knowledge possible. CT mid AWP peak flash'ı varsa gösterir misin? Kanka CT mid AWP flash'ı yok. Çünkü prolar bile atmıyor, fark etmişsindir. Olmamasının sebebi de yani en azından round başı için yok. Şöyle bir şey var. Şimdi flash'ı sen atarsın adamın kör edecek yerde ama Flashların şöyle bir özelliği var. Sen flash'a ne kadar uzaksan o kadar az kör oluyorsun. Bak şimdi. Kör olsan bile çok az. Yani görmeye devam ediyorsun resmen. Bir önemi yok yani. Ki bu atabileceğin en uzak flash. Yani bir tık daha uzağa belki şöyle olur. Gelirsin söyle. Jump throw bak o kadar gidiyor. Onu da ne kadar kör ettiğini göstereyim. Çok değil, az. Ve bunu yapmaya değmez yani. O yüzden CT'de AWP ile mid flash atacaksan adamların yaklaşmasını bekleyeceksin. Biraz şöyle atabilirsin mesela. Böyle piklersin falan. Ya da tam tersi buradan gelirsin. Böyle vurursun falan. Evet evet gerek yok ya. AWP ile direkt piklemek daha iyi. Ben genelde şöyle arkadan pikliyorsun mesela. Çünkü adam genelde bu açıya bakıyor. Üst açıya bakmıyor. Eğer Suicide'da kimseyi görmüyorsan da buraya geliyorsun. Smoke attıklarında da açıyorsun böyle. Arabalarla aran nasıl? Yani ehliyeti yeni aldım. Bu sene aldım ehliyeti. Arabamı da bu sene aldım. Öyle çok arabacı biri değilim. Ama araba kullanmayı falan seviyorum yani. Rica ederim Burcan. Okay, let's guys, I will talk about 10 things. Let me actually type them here. The first will be crossfires, right? The second will be God, wait. Second will be baiting. It's not a good idea to type it here, but I will just keep telling you. Mustang yakışır. Mustang pahalı ya kanka. Ona benzin mi yeter? Okay guys, about crossfires. Everyone knows what a crossfire is, right? A cross is something that looks like this. This basically is a cross, right? So, two lines crossing each other. This is the idea about crossfire. Imagine where you are looking at as a line. So, if I'm looking at here, imagine a line starting from me to here, right? And then there needs to be another line that is crossing my line. And it's going to be my teammates line. So, it could be, for example, my teammate could be here. And if he's looking from here to here, for example, and if I'm looking from here to here, this is a crossfire. Like every position that two teammates are crossing their lines is a crossfire. This is the simple geometry behind it. But I'm not going to here for explaining you what crossfire actually is. I want to talk to you about how to actually do crossfires. So, there is a very important detail about crossfires, guys. Crossfires are usually very effective, especially in scenarios where you have the number advantage. If you have like 2v1, and if you have like one of your teammate with you, and there is only one alive in the enemy team, crossfires are very effective because what crossfires allow you to do is peek the enemy at the same time. And basically, if enemy is picked by two other guys at the same time, he's not gonna kill both of you. It's very difficult for him to do it. I mean, there are scenarios where this happens, but yeah, you get the idea. For example, if I'm here, for example, right? I'm here. And if my teammate is in car hiding, just like I showed you, like, let's say I'm here, right? And then my teammate is here. And we know the enemy is in long. He's coming from long, right? Imagine, my teammate is here, and I'm here. Who do you think should play first in this case? Imagine the enemy is coming long, he's pushing. So the most important question about crossfires is, who is gonna pick first? You or your teammate? You should always think about this. If I pick the enemy, and if I die, is my teammate gonna be able to kill him instantly? So, is the enemy in a position where is my teammate going to be able to pick him very quickly? So let's say the enemy is here, right? Let me actually add another bot. So the enemy is here, right? And then I will put my teammate here. My teammate is here. Enemy is here. And I'm here. I know the enemy is here, right? I'm hearing him coming. The thing is, if I peek first, and if I die somehow, look at my teammate's position. He cannot peek him. He cannot peek him instantly. There is like at least... I mean, he can peek him from here because I poorly positioned, but imagine he's here.
Status.
So if he's closer to the wall, my teammate cannot instantly peek him because he's in a close position, right? So he needs to come here. It's like 2 seconds, at least 2 seconds for him to react to that. So what you should do in this position is, if you are sure that he's here, if he's pushing, then you hear his footstep, right? You should expect your teammate to peek first, because if your teammate peeks first, imagine if he peeks from here, even if he dies, you could just uncrouch and kill him because he's in your vision. So in 2v1 situations, you should just try to get the information about the enemy's position, and you should decide for yourself when is the best time for you to peek. Like if you're the first player to peek, you should think like, when I peek, is my teammate going to see him directly? If you're the second guy, you should wait for your teammate to peek him. Okay, so this is about crossfires, and I think this is done. Let's talk about baiting. Bait is usually what you put on your, like, you know, fishermen, when they fish, they put baits on top of their hooks, in their hooks, so that they can attract the fishes. So bait is something like, you are kind of fooling the enemy. You are kind of giving the enemy an idea that's not correct. So let's say let's say I'm alone here, right? If I try to play it very safely instead of sorry, let's say we are 2 guys here, right? Or my teammate is here. If I try to like play it very safely here, the enemy is going to think that I'm alone here because he's just trying to waste my time. He's not peeking me. He's trying to wait for his teammate to come. So it's like you're baiting him yourself if you do this kind of moment, especially if you're like low HP or stuff. You just wait until the enemy peeks you, and basically even if you die, it doesn't matter, because the idea here is that you bait yourself and then your teammate gets the kill. The only reason you are baiting during this moment is that giving the idea to the enemy that there is no one else here. If there was another guy, we will just double peek you, you know. That's how... Not low, I believe that's baiting. What do you mean, bro? If you're a baiter, every time your teammate should peek first. İlk mermiden sonra planlar değişir. Bu en ideal senaryoları anlatıyorum kanka. Tabii ki de her zaman uygulayamazsın ama. Okay, this is bait basically. And there is another concept called bait and switch. And it works best in positions where like you are playing close with your teammate. So let's say my teammate is here and the enemy is like here, right? He's pushing us. Let's say he's pushing us, right? And we know he's pushing us. So imagine you are this T. You are coming here and somebody peeks you from here and you kill him, right? Like 99% of the times, you're not going to expect another one. You kill the first guy and then you look up short, you look up CT, you look up long. And the idea with bait and switch is you bait yourself first. If you kill, that's good. But if you die, it's okay because your teammate is going to switch your position. So you bait yourself and then your teammate switches with your position after you die. And even if you die, it's most likely that this guy is gonna die, you know. It doesn't matter. The enemy loses in this position. And it works best when you have like fast rotations. For example, it's if the enemy knows that you are a B player and somehow in this round you ended up here in Ninja very quickly, right? And there is another guy, let's say this guy is the B player and I'm A player, right? If I peek and die, he's gonna think that, oh, I killed the A player, the last guy is B player, let's search for CT or short, right? But he doesn't know he's here already. So You need to also take into consideration that if you have good timing or not when you're baiting. If there has been too much time spent in the round, they may still think think of this play, like they may consider that you are bait and switching. Okay, so this was bait and switch, guys. I hope it can help you. Actually, I forgot to talk about how to play anti for these strategies. But I think it's better to do it at the end of the 10th strategy. Oraya mole attı, öldük. Ya zaten bunu adam geliyor kanka, işte şuradan koşa koşa geliyor. İşte bir molly'yi buraya atıyor, bir molly'yi buraya atıyor, bir molly'yi short'a atıyor. Ya buraya molly atarsa double pick atarsın, yani yapacak bir şey yok. Okay, let's talk about the fourth strategy, double pick. Double pick is like, I know it sounds very simple when I say double pick, right? But it's not, guys, and I will tell you why. Because when it's not done properly, it's even worse for you. Okay, so let's place my teammate here. I know he's looking here, but imagine he's looking at short, right? And let's think the T is here. Let's think the T is here, right? T is here, CT is here. I'm another CT, so this guy is my teammate. We are retaking A side. Just imagine, guys. So I think the most important thing about double picking. So basically, double pick means picking two guys the same angle at the same time, right? This is double picking. I think the most important thing with double picking is the formation. So if you're playing solo queue and if you don't know your teammates, you don't know how they're gonna walk. So they could stutter peek this, right? They could try to peek this and come back. And if you basically stay too close to them, you would block them. You don't know if they're gonna wide swing or stay like this, crouch. You don't know what they're gonna do. So I think the best option for you is to just come like a bit behind of them, right? So if he's peeking from this angle, you should be like one step behind them and peek like this, right? And you should also make sure that you're not peeking like 100% at the exact same time. There should be like at least one step between him and you. So if he's in this line, you should be in this line. You should not be in the same line. You should not peek like at the same time, at the literally same time. Because if you do that, what happens is that the enemy just lines you up. You don't even see the enemy because there is like your teammate between you and the enemy. And basically his hits hit both of you and you die easier. So I think formation wise, you should be one step back, one step behind, you know? So you should be one step back, one step behind. This is how you pick, ideally, in my opinion. Okay, let's talk about nade stack. Nade stack means that, so basically stack is something that different things are piled up on top of each other, right? So basically, if you have two flashes here, three flashes here, this is a stack of flashes. So it means like bunch of the same thing on top of each other. This is stack. This means stack. And nade stack means that grenading the same position at the same time. So imagine I'm the first guy, I nade, and then the second guy comes, he nades right after me. What happens is that if there is like enemy here, they lose a lot of HP because they're both slowed down from the first grenade. They cannot move, and since there are multiple grenades, they are more likely to die. So when you should use this, you should use this strategy if you have like very low buy, and if you know that the enemy always does the same kind of play. It could be either pushing like long doors every round instantly, or if they're pushing like mid every round, you can come here and nade stack this. You just need to make sure that you hit the timing perfectly and you don't block each other with your teammates. So this is how you do nade stack. Let's talk about side stack. Side stack is just like stacking grenades, it's stacking your teammates. once again, it's best if you do this on when you're low. Why? Because if you have good money, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't make sense to do like side stack. So the idea with side stack is like, you can do it two ways. You can either like crouch with your teammates in the same position so that when the enemy peeks you, he peeks like 4 or 5 of you at the same time. This is the first idea with the side stack. Or you can just try to like, one guy hides here, one guy hides here, one hides here, one hides here. You can also spread out throughout the site. So there are benefits to both of them. If you play together, it's a guaranteed 1 kill at least. Unless he's Santares or something, you know. And you can get his gun and maybe save it to the next round. So it's guaranteed. But it's like risky because if you do this, the enemy is going to get the info very quickly and they're going to run to the other side. So if you want to risk it for the biscuit, you should spread out. And you should not make the enemy like... You should not give the information early. So even if one guy dies here, if I die here, or even if 1 or 2 guy dies instantly, it's okay because the enemy will think that we got entries on this side, let's keep pushing. But little do they know is that there are like 3 more guys hiding in the side, waiting for the best time possible to come up and shooting. So basically when they stop hiding and start shooting, it's a crossfire on different angles. So this is the idea with spreading side stack. I know it's like there are many ways to do things, but it's just they have their advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so the next strategy I'm going to talk about is hero weapons. Hero weapon is something that when the team only spends money for one gun and it's used by someone, that someone is the hero. And the gun that he carries is the hero gun, right? There is also a couple of ways which you can do this. So if your teammates there is also like formation is also important when you're playing hero gun, right? Let's say your teammates don't have any guns. Like they all have pistols and they don't have armors. Imagine they don't have any guns, any armor. So you come here, you try to peek, you die, that round is basically over. If you peek the first with the hero gun when your teammates don't have anything, it's basically over so soon. So if your teammates literally don't have anything, you should send 1 or 2 of them first, and then you can just get the info on where the enemies are, and then you can get their trades, right? But if your teammates have like a few investments, for example, if they have like armors or if they have, I don't know, pistols, if they have deagles, you can send them out first. So, or you can try to peek first. So what will happen is that you can send 1 before of you and 1 behind of you. Imagine there is 1 guy in front of me, right? He's pushing, he's my teammate, and there is a guy inside. So he comes here. If he gets the kill, it's very good because he can go collect the gun of the gun of the enemy. But even if he dies, I can come quickly trade him. The enemy will think that we are all playing deagles or something. And the guys, 1 guy behind me should also have armor because if I kill him, it's okay. We can push and take his gun. Even if the first guy died, 3rd guy can take his gun. And even if I die here, we can basically reuse the same gun. If I die, if the gun drops, he can come collect it. He has armor, he can play it, right? So the formation is very important. You need to be smart with the formation you have when you're pushing. The 8 strategy is boost. It sounds pretty straightforward, but boost is literally boosting yourself on top of your teammate. This is basically boost, for example. And what you do with boost is that you are picking uncommon angles. You pick, for example, lower from here. Sorry. You take AVP, you come here, you pick this angle, or you come here in the mid. Let's say this is smoke.
Laying down smoke.
You come here, you wait for them to push. So of course this smoke is like very bad smoke, but still it gives you advantage. Like even if they have good smokes, you can still have like boost here and catch them off guard when they're not expecting you. Merhaba Mete, hoş geldin. This is basically boost, guys. It's very simple, it's effective. I think you should do boost when your teammates don't have anything. Like if this guy doesn't have any gun or something, he should do boost. Otherwise it's like lying investment here. Otherwise he's not doing anything for you, he's just waiting there, you know. So the 9th strategy is smoke reveal. Smoke reveal is very straightforward. So imagine if you smoke the mid to B as a T and the CTs come here, basically they can just smoke this and then just they see where you are, right? There is a gap in smoke when they do this. So what I want to talk to you about smoke reveal is that you know, it's hard to have the grenade exactly in the middle of smoke, right? So let me do the smoke again.
Laying down slowly.
If you try to nade it directly,
Fire in the hole.
it's hard. I did it, but it's more difficult. Like there are some easier things to make it. There are some things to make it easier. So if you know where the source of smoke is, in this case it's right here, right? You should try to reveal the center of the smoke because it will reveal more of the smoke, guys. Okay, so let's show it like this.
Throwing smoke.
This is the source of smoke. If you reveal here, for example, you don't see window, see? But if you reveal here,
Grenade out.
you also see window, see? So you should always aim for the center of the smoke. And if you're too far away from the smoke itself, you can use walls. Like for example, let's say I want to stop the grenade here, like, right?
Throwing a grenade.
But if I'm far away from it, I should eyeball it when I walk, right?
Grenade.
Look, it went. Wait, where did it pop again? Yeah, you should eyeball and it could go more than you actually want. So what you can do is you can try to just stop the nade like this. You can try to aim for the walls instead. So let's say, okay, I will show it from the CT smoke because I think it's gonna be an easier example. Let's say CT is smoked, Ts are coming, they're executing long, right? This is basically smoked. If you're coming from CT and if you're trying to nade it,
Fire in the hole.
there's a big chance that you fail the nade if you do it like this because it's difficult to do it unless you are like very good at it, eyeballing it. What you can do instead is you can try to bounce it off the wall like this. See, I think it's much easier when you bounce it because you know like what kind of distance it's gonna go after you bounce it off the wall. You can do like this.
Throwing a grenade.
See? So this is something I use when I'm not quite certain that I'm going to hit the smoke itself. Aleykümselam Mustafa, hoş geldin. So this was the smoke reveal, guys, and now I want to talk about smoke walls. So smoke walls, everyone knows that there is a smoke wall in Nuke. The pros are using it, and high yellow lobbies are also using it. Smoke wall is basically the idea of merging like different smokes one after another, so you can have a wall of smoke. And user, like the enemy doesn't see anything for a large portion of the map, right? So I want to show you one example of doing wall smokes. I want to show you a bit of like I think it requires a bit of creativeness because like everyone knows the smoke wall in Nuke, but I don't see any other maps where people are doing smoke walls. I remember one clutch of Vicadia on Anubis when he did a smoke wall from B main to CT, right? And then he lured to A site from CT, but it's just that people don't do it much, and I think it's very useful because let's say your T, you got the entry on mid, right? You know there is one B player, like likely 3 A players. You smoke mid doors. You smoke CT, and then you come here, and then you are trying to go mid to B, right? You know CTs can always reveal smoke. I just showed you this. They can just reveal it like this. But what if you use another smoke right behind this? It's much harder for them to do this because first they don't see the lineup, they don't see where to throw it. Second, they have another smoke behind it. Even if they reveal the first one, they have another one. So unless they come and grenade themselves in the smoke, which they expose themselves, it's very hard if you use the wall. I think this is a scenario where you should do it if you are sure that people are on CT. Like it's early round, they have their grenades, they can reveal the smoke. You should just not be shy and use your second smoke like this. Create a wall. Aleykümselam Besat, hoş geldin. Okay, so I spoke about all the strategies and now it's time to talk about how to play anti for them. And for this, I think I should kick the bots, and then bot add two T's. Let's place one bot here, like I showed. And then the others here. Okay, so if they have this crossfire and if I'm trying to retake, let's say I have Emperor. Actually, this is not a good way because this guy cannot crouch, so I will just place one here and place one here. Oh, fuck. Okay, it's much better. So let's say I'm playing a 2v1 and I don't know where the enemies are. If you are playing a 2v1 and if you don't have much time, if you are already running, guys, if you already make noise, right? Try to be moving as much as possible, because if you like shift or if you try to stand too much at the same place, what's gonna happen is they're gonna pick you at the same time. But if you keep moving, it's low chance they're gonna kill you, you know. It doesn't matter if you kill them, but you just need to keep moving at all times if it's like a 2v1 scenario. And also you should expect a peek from different angles. So even if you're fighting with this guy and he's not picking you, you should also expect peeks from other angles. So this is how you should play against bait setups. And for bait and switch setups like this, I showed you. For bait and switch setups, one of my viewers actually said, like, if they molly you, you're done. What you can do is, you should just try to take in mind that, like, anything can happen in the game. There is no great way to, like, counter this. You should just consider it as a possibility at all times if they have the, like, bait and switch potential, you know. What you can do is you can talk about their names and where they play. Or you can try to, I don't know. You can try to play safe, you don't have to push. So bait and switch only works if you're pushing them. If you plant here, and if they have bait and switch, it's not gonna work for them. Because you're not pushing, they have to peek you. You're not going to anticipate, like, you know. So the third strategy was double peek. Let's say you're holding short and you know there are like multiple guys coming from short. They're going to peek you, they're gonna double peek you, maybe triple peek you. So the best way to play against like multiple guys is whether you ask for a flashbang from your teammate, right? Or you play in a position where you can fall back really easily. So if you play here, for example, if you see two of them at the same time, even if you don't get kills, you can just jump out and like molly, ask for help from your teammates, right? But if you know that there is like multiple guys in short, but your teammates are not here to help you, if you keep playing here, or if you keep playing here, like you're most likely to die here, bro. So You should always, you should put your ego aside and you should think about like the realistic approaches, you know. If you're alone here and if you know like there is 2 or 3 guys, even if you get kills, you're gonna die here. And the round can still be problematic after you die, even if you get multi kills. If it's just one guy in long, he dies, it's a post plant. So this is how you anticipate against double picks and stuff. But for this you also need like early information on mid, like you should come here early mid, see what's happening. Like you should try to memorize how much utility is used in which part of the map, because when the enemy uses flashbang here, like for example if they use flashbang here or use flashbang here, right, you hear where they come from. Like I know this popped in mid, for example. If they have like 2-3 flashes in mid, if they molly it short, I know they are coming for me, or they are coming for mid, I don't know. So it's, if you're gonna do an active play, it's better to do it with your teammates rather than dying yourself alone here. Or what you can do is you should wait for them to come a little bit closer to here, and then you can line yourself up with this flash, then boom. If you're a T, you can line yourself up here and then molly for this. So if you are in this position, this molly is gonna block you, but it's okay, you can still fall down here. Okay, so the next one is night stake. So guys, if your enemy has low money, if they lost like couple of runs one after another, right, or if they lost 2 runs after having rifles, if they forced and they lost, you know they are low on money, right, and you always had successes in the same part of the map, it's more likely that they're gonna try to do something there, either a stack like night stack or a side stack. So if you, for example, have like good success in long, and if the enemy is low buy, you should think that they're gonna night stack. And what you should do, how to counter it, is that you don't go 3 guys pushing long. Instead, you just maybe send one of them here, and even if he dies here, like even if they like do triple nights here, boom boom boom, he dies, you know there is 3 guys long, right? So if you start moving as soon as you hear like 3 grenades in long doors, you know there is at most 2 guys in B. So what does that leave you? 4 versus 2 if you push B on B, right? But you need to be very quick about it in these scenarios. So you shouldn't just waste time on playing with short, or you shouldn't waste time on fighting with CT. You don't want your enemies to like gather together. You just want to use the advantage as quickly as possible. But first, the most important part is you don't go together with your mates. You send one guy up front. He either dies or he gets info. It's better. It's best option in both cases. But if you go 3 guys here, like best case possible, one of them dies, the other 2 is like 1 HP, CT start pushing, you die, it's like 2v5 retake for you, even if you had like better guns than them. So for night stack, you should avoid like places that are really narrow in the map. So this is a very narrow place, so it's easily grenadable. The top mid also is very narrow, right? B doors is narrow as well. Here it's narrow here. So you should avoid places like this if you are suspicious that the enemy is doing night stack. The next one is side stack. Side stack is the same actually. You should just send one guy if you are suspicious that the enemy is doing side stack. And the guy that pushes, he should go really slow, in my opinion. Like, the enemy is low by anyway. You don't need to push, you don't need to give away your position by making sounds, making steps. Let's say there are like 4 guys here peeking me, right? If I come here, if I just go out like this, I die 100%. Most I can do is I can get 1 kill and then I die. But if I come here like slowly, if I jiggle peek every angle, if I jiggle peek this and I see like 3-4 of them, right? And then I give info directly, I run back with my teammates to B. It's easy round. We don't give any guns, we don't give nothing. So if you are suspicious that the enemy is doing some sort of stack, you should try to get the info on the map as early as possible. Abi beni döver misin? Ücretini öderim. Yok kanka dövme. Hero weapon. Okay, so hero weapons. How should you play against hero weapons? So I say this a lot of times when I'm playing solo queue. Whenever we hear the enemies using deagles, and if we have like good rifles, my teammates keep pushing. They keep pushing because they want to kill the eco freaks, right? They want to have more kills in the scoreboard so they can ego trip their teammates. This is a mistake, bro. Like, even if the enemy has deagles, or it doesn't matter if they have P250s, it could be, they could be baiting you. There could be another guy with a fucking AK that's waiting to kill you when you swing out to kill the easy targets, right? So in my opinion, even if you're gonna push, you should play the same kind of mentality as if the enemy's rifles, you know? You should always be cautious about the enemy, and you should never take anything for granted. Boost, how do you anticipate against boost? You should learn about the common boost common boost areas in the map, and you should try to like use flashes that are able to flash both of them. Or I don't know, if you are doing mid smoke, for example, you shouldn't smoke like this because they can do boost. You should see there is a gap and they can kill you with a boost there. What you should do is you should come here. Like, you should know the better smokes to avoid boosts. If you do this smoke instead, they're not gonna see you with boosts. Or if you have mid to B, if you did this one, they're just gonna like do boost here and sorry. They're just gonna do boost and kill you. I mean, I know it's even if you do the correct one, I will show you the correct one now. This is the correct one. The boost still has a bit of advantage, but not as much as the other one, because in this case you don't see window, you just see this angle. And if the trees come closer to this wall, they cannot the boosted guy cannot see here. They can only see here. So if you are in these positions, you can always consider boost, right? You should put your crosshair into the boost position. AK-47 inheritance. Oğlum seni nasıl döveyim? Mal mısın ya? Allah Allah. Smoke reveal. How you should play anti against a smoke reveal. So what you can do is, the first thing you can do is like smoke wall, right? If you have smoke wall, you shouldn't worry about smoke reveal. And how you should play against smoke wall actually. What you can do here if they have smoke walls is like you can try to somehow, okay, let's say there are like two smokes here, right? The first one is this, and sorry, the first one is this, and the second one is here, right? Wait, I need to do it. Sorry. Okay, so let's say there are like two smokes here. They just smoke wall. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. How to counter smoke walls? It depends on the context, but if the smoke wall is something like this, one smoke here, one smoke here, what you can do is you can try to stay close to the smoke that is closer to the enemy. Try to break it, but still stay behind the wall so you don't get affected by the nade. I didn't do it very well. I will try it again. It's difficult to do it because it's like it's not very common. You don't see anything in the smoke, so it's difficult. You can try to bounce it off this. You should try to imagine where the boxes are. See? So what happened there is I bounced the grenade off the white box here, and the grenade landed here, so it opened the smoke, but I was behind the wall, so I didn't take damage from the nade. So it was something like this. I will show you without the smokes. It was something like this. I stayed here, And I only picked it after grenade popped. YouTube geri miflerine çalışıyorum da. YT derken kanka? YouTube'a video olarak yapıyorum zaten bunları ya. Şey yapacağım. Editleyip aynen atacağım bunları. Editleyip video olarak atacağım. Ben de kendi kafama balgam atıp dolaba suratımı sürterim. O zaman erkek adam kendi işini kendi yapar. Ya kanka hadi manyak insanlar nereden buluyor beni ya? Yali, I go to sleep and watch the stream later. I'm tired if you won't go. Oh bro. Get better soon bro. It's okay, no worries man. See you later. Thank you so much for joining. It's been 1 hour bro. 1 hour and I've been speaking and nothing else. Oh my god. Guys, do you have any questions for me? Do you use FPS cap? No, I don't use bro. FPS cap isn't good. Especially the native FPS cap of the game is so shit. You should, if you're gonna do it, you should do it with like Rivattuner statistics or some other programs. The in-game FPS cap is so shit. It's just limiting your performance. So I will ask again, guys. Do you have any questions for me? That anything you want me to clarify about the strategies I shared, or like the scenarios, the utilities? Is there any utility that you want me to show you? I can show one more. It's for these to do like long smoke. You come here, you put your crosshair to the end of this pipe and then jump through early round. And then what this does is it basically blocks CT vision from this corner. And you can just swing out easily. Teşekkür ederim. Papku'ya selam söyle benden. Kim olduğunu bilmiyorum ama. Soru yok herhalde. Maç atmayacağım dedim diye herkes kaçtı. İzleyen kimse yok. CS'de şey vardı ya, şu kutunun üstüne tek başına çıkabiliyordum, var mı o hala? Bunu kaldırdılar herhalde değil mi? Kaldırmışlar herhalde onu. Can you still boost yourself up on these boxes? Is there a way? Doesn't look possible to me. I mean, there was a trick. You did something before jumping. You had to look at a certain angle or something, certain direction. So I guess it's not possible anymore, right? Yeah, it's not. But what you can do is you can jump onto this box. See? Kalktı mı? Kaldırmasalar iyiydi ya. Or guys, if you know there is an AVP in the enemy team, they're most likely gonna hold this angle and they're gonna kill you when you cross here, right? What you should do instead of, even if you jump here, it's still a risk. So instead you can do this. You can jump here and cross like this. So if he has been watching this angle, he's gonna be surprised when he see you here. I think this is also useful, like if there is a guy in city and you're having a 1v1 and you're out of time, you're pushing him. You can jump this here and then you can, right, jumping like this, it throws you a bit to the edge, right? Ya şu an bir tane line-up bulmaya çalışıyorum da. Bak şimdi şöyle bir senaryo düşün. Burayı smokladılar. Gerçi burayı niye smoklasınlar lan? Xbox smokluyorlar bazen. Yok ya, bu senaryo bir sike yaramaz. Vito, thank you for sub bro, welcome. Line up bulmaya çalışıyorum ya. Güzel.
Laying down smoke.
Double'dan oradan CD smoke bir tane vardı. Bunu mu diyorsun? Buradan var.
Smoke.
Bunu mu diyorsun? Yoksa şunu mu diyorsun?
Laying down smoke.
Kötü attım bana, bak boşluk var.
Molotov.
Aynen molly attım, fail oldu ikincisinde, saçmalığa bak. Kutu vardı arabanın orada. Hangi arabanı? Burayı mı diyorsun? Bilmiyorum ki buradan CT nasıl atılıyor. Ama denesek buluruz ya. CT nereye tekabül ediyor? Şuraya tekabül ediyor.
Throwing smoke. Laying down smoke.
Biraz daha aşağı. Bunun tam ortasını yapsak gider herhalde. Yavaş orta gitti bu.
Smoke.
Biraz daha aşağı.
Laying down smoke.
Niye bu kadar aşağı gitti lan?
Smoke. Throwing smoke. Smoke.
Arabanın üstünden atayım. Niye uğraşıyorum ki?
Throwing smoke.
Biraz daha şöyle olması lazım. Ha, gitti herhalde. Aynen bu oldu bak.
Laying down smoke.
Gerçi şurası açık kalmış ya. Dur onu düzelteyim.
Throwing smoke.
Bu da kötü ama.
Laying down smoke.
Bu en kötüsü oldu.
Smoke.
Aslında hızının biraz daha yavaş olması lazım. Direkt şuraya düşmesini istiyorum sonuçta. Dur bakayım. Daha yukarı yaparsam olması lazım o yüzden. Hı. Üstündeki şuraya
Smoke.
yapsam nereye gidiyor? Tamam, bunun burasına şuraya yapsam.
Laying down smoke.
Oldu mu? Oldu sanırım bu. Oha, onu oğlum oraya nasıl sekti lan? Kanka bu buraya nasıl sekti şuradan? Şuradan şuraya sekti. İnanılmaz ya. Eğimi çok o yüzden. O yüzden bunun üstünden sektirmemiz lazım. Buradan buraya sekmesi lazım. Onun için de biraz daha sola atmam lazım. Şu an kendim line-up buluyorum kanka. Senin dediğini yapmaya çalışmıyorum. İnternetten de bakarım yapsa nasıl yapılıyor diye. Sola atacaktık. Şuraya atmıştık. İkisinin ortasına atsak.
Throwing smoke.
Piksel de olsun istemiyorum aslında ama. Gene gidiyor şeyinkine. Bunu sağ alt köşesine yapsak nereye gidiyor? Hı, bayağı yaklaştım. Bunun sağ alt köşesine değil de sol alt köşesine atmak lazım gibi. Neydi şunun? Şuraya mı atmıştım ya?
Throwing smoke.
Bunun sol alt köşesine atmak lazım.
Laying down smoke.
Ulan çok ucunda kaldı ya. Tam ikisinin ortasına atalım.
Laying down smoke.
Şuraya atmak lazım.
Throwing smoke.
Arabanın arkasından gitmiyor kanka. Ah be. Bu olacak sanırım ya.
Smoke.
Ulan öyle bir yer ki. Yaprağın ucunu deneyelim bir de.
Smoke.
O da hareket ediyor gerçi ama. Oğlum o oraya nasıl sekiyor bu? İnanılmaz bir şey ya. Çok saçma ya. Madem sekiyor.
Throwing smoke.
Buradan atayım. Duvardan sekip geri gelsin o zaman. Çok saçmaymış o ya. Çok saçma.
Laying down smoke.
Girdiği yere baksın oğlum, şaka gibi.
Throwing smoke. Smoke. Smoke.
Ya short'u smoklamanın manası yok ki buradan. T'sin. Yani short'u smoklayıp ne yapacaksın? CT smoke'layıp long çıkarsın falan. O mantıklı.
Throwing smoke.
Abi bir şey diyeceğim. Şu şeyi kullanabilirim gerçi ya.
Throwing smoke.
Buradan long'u smoke'lamanın mantığı da çok yok gibi aslında düşününce.
Smoke. Laying down slowly. Laying down slowly.
En iyisi bu oldu herhalde bu zamana kadar. Tamamen kapatıyor sanırım. Ya şurası açık kalmış. Lan ne zor smoke'muş ya.
Smoke. Throwing smoke. Throwing smoke.
Smoke'un gittiği yere bak. Aslında böyle koşarak atılan smoke'lardan bulmak istiyorum da.
Smoke. Laying down slowly. Smoke. Throwing smoke. Laying down slowly. Throwing smoke.
Burada bir tane line-up vardı lan unutmuşum.
Smoke. Laying down slowly. Throwing smoke.
İlk de yayındayım evet. Kick kapanmış lan ne oldu ki? Kendi kendine kapanıyor yayın ya sinir oluyorum. İnternet mi gitti acaba? İnternet de gitmemiş. Kick'ten takip edebilirsin orada. Tam ekran şeyi var Ensar. Yayını tam ekran yapıyorum orada. Neyse saldım ya.
Deploying flashbang. Molotov. Throwing fire. Throwing fire. Molotov. Molotov. Throwing fire. Throwing fire. Throwing fire. Molotov. Molotov. Molotov. Throwing fire.
Seçkin oynamıyorum ya, bıraktım seçkini. Base'de oynuyorum, 2700 şu an.
Throwing fire. Molotov. Molotov. Throwing fire. Throwing fire. Molotov.
Basit kaç levelsin?
Fire in the hole. Molotov.
İş yok mu? İş var ya. Çıkacağım birazdan da. Çıkmadan bir iki adam vurayım dedim. Valla kuzenin savunma oynadım. 7-8'di. 7-8 level kolay kanka. Asıl mevzu ondan sonra başlıyor. Dur Fethi. Bot behind you. Main bot. Main.
Defused.
To your left. One HP. Oh my god, he's so lucky, bro. Main lost. 1 HP. Got this. So.
Clang-a-ling.